Well, I always knew there was going to be something like this, and I could see Kanye West pulling something like this. Let's get into it. Fair use.
More details about Kanye West's apology post over his anti Semitic rants emerged online. According to a new report, it's highly likely that he used AI for the statement as it set off some red flags in an AI text recognition software. On Wednesday, December 27th, TMZ tried to test the rapper's apology post, which was written in Hebrew, in an AI content detector. As the results, the software highlighted some strong buzzwords which were typically associated with chatbot phrases, including sincerely apologize, it was not my intention to hurt, and promoting unity. Do you think it's real or
Kanye West's apology to Jews looks AI generated. TMZ. The celebrity gossip outlet has claimed 85% likelihood that the AI actually wrote the statement. Rapper Kanye West's Hebrew language apology for anti Semitic comments appears to have been generated by the Chat GPT artificial intelligence tool, the outlet TMZ has claimed. The African American artist ended up canceled last year over statements that the Anti Defamation League declared to be anti Semitic. He lost major sponsorships and got banned from a number of social media platforms, including X, formerly known as Twitter, after he praised Adolf Hitler. On Tuesday, he returned to Instagram with a post written entirely in Hebrew claiming to be sorry for the things he said and that he did not intend to harm anyone. The machine translation to English left a lot of people online suspicious that the statement had been written by someone other than Ye, however. I sincerely apologize to the Jewish community for any unintended outbursts caused by my words or actions. It was not my intention to hurt or disrespect, and I deeply regret any pain I may have caused. I am committed to starting with myself and learning from this experience to ensure greater sensitivity and understanding in the future. Your forgiveness is important to me, and I am committed to making amends and promoting unity, the Post said. The celebrity oriented tabloid TMZ decided to test the theory, running Ye's apology through the AI content detector Scribber, which said there was an 85% chance that the text had been AI generated. TMZ has then asked Chat GPT to write an apology for anti-Semitic comments. What they got after some trial and error. It was something that they say remarkably overlapped with Ye's Instagram post in bold. I sincerely apologize to the Jewish community for my recent unintentional outburst, and it was not my intention to hurt or demean, and I deeply regret any pain caused. I am committed to learning from this experience, promoting unity, and making amends. Your forgiveness means a lot to me. The best selling artist lost sponsorships and partnerships with Adidas, Valencia. Funny with, the irony with Adidas because it was owned by Nazis. Valencia, funny with them too because Valencia was, let's say they're into chomo behavior, Gap, Vogue, and the Universal Media Group in 2022 over statements that were denounced as anti Semitic. The ADL blamed his rhetoric for several instances of hate speech, vandalism, harassment, and violence across the U.S. ChatGPT, developed by Microsoft backed OpenAI, has been credited with the uncanny ability to mimic human writing. The New York Times sued both companies earlier this week, claiming that they trained the AI tools through copyright infringement of their unique, valuable journalism. Hmm. Well, like I said, I mean, you want to apologize to these people. You know your bread and butter is linked to these people, and you decide to use Chat GPT. Okay. There are college students getting in a whole bunch of trouble because they use Chat GPT instead of doing the hard work to pass their exams. Okay. And Kanye thought it was a bright idea to use Chat GPT. At least write the apology out and get somebody to proofread it. You could have gotten a publicist to do it, but you decided to go this route. All right. And what did you think? I mean, we're in the era of technology. You think people are not going to find out? That's the thing. The thing is with Kanye West is a lot of black people who are brainwashed with hip hop take him seriously. And they think that he's going to lead them somewhere. Let me not show this yet. No. And let me remind you about what type of person Kanye West is. They want this dude. Let me show you what he says, man. Let me give you a little refresher. You think this man's going to be a freedom fighter for black people? Let's.
The main issue for any religion, the main issue is that Christ is king. Christ is the true king of Israel. Christ is the king of all kings. If you don't believe in Jesus Christ, you are wrong. And anyone that doesn't believe in Jesus Christ should not be in control or in any influence. Christ is the king of all kings. If you don't believe in Jesus Christ, you are wrong. And anyone.
How you saying this? You're a white supremacist, and you had a relationship with another man named Catboy, who likes to create pedophile symbols in his spare time, and do a lot of questionable things with. How do I put this? Man, I can't. How do I put this? How do I put this? He likes to do questionable things that are of the alphabet origin. Okay. I'll leave a link in the description box to find out more about the relationship between Catboy and Nick Fuentes. Let me remind you that also that Nick Fuentes was on Just Pearly Things podcast.
Anyone that doesn't believe in Jesus Christ should not be in control or in any influence to anything that America produces, be it media, technology, politics, farming, medicine, prisons. If you do not believe in Christ and you're not following Christ in the decisions that you make, you should have no influence on that.
Well, that's going to be a tough thing to institute. So you're president of the United States. The Hitler thing does not hurt your campaign.
I think Gavin is not really taking him seriously. No. You can clearly tell that Kanye is controlled opposition.
First day
it helps my campaign.
Okay, it helps your campaign. Yeah. You're in office. It's day one, and someone walks in and they go, so what are we going to do about these Jews? What do you say?
What do you mean do about them?
Well, is there any action involved? Like they're overly represented in lots of people who don't believe in Christ. I would probably wager that in your average hospital in New York, maybe a third or less believe in Christ. So are you suggesting we get rid of 2/3 of the doctors?
Not get rid of, like not violently get rid of them.
Fire them?
I think that Jews are very intelligent, but they don't deserve to be in charge of everything because they don't put Christ.
But how do you legislate that?
They need to work for Christians. Jews should work for Christians. I'll hire a Jewish person in a second. If I knew they weren't a spy and I could look through their phone and follow them to their house and have a camera all in their living room.
So Kanye, you're saying all this rhetoric and you think they're just going to accept you? You think you didn't have to put no effort into an apology, Kanye? That's what I'm saying. You guys, no brains. No brains. Nothing's home. Check out what this person has to say.
Kanye West apologized to the Jews. First of all, he did it in Hebrew, so no one could understand it. I mean, that's great that you paid some publicists to write it in Hebrew. And he wants us to forgive him. And there's a debate going on, should he be forgiven? So let me be clear. Just imagine that a Jewish man comes along and says, I love the Klan, I love the Ku Klux Klan, I think all blacks should be enslaved, God forbid. I think they should all be killed.
Here's the thing. The Jews had a part in the slave trade. You guys did have plantations in Jamaica, and you guys had plantations in the South. Yeah.
I love the founders of the Klan. I love James Earl Ray, who killed Martin Luther King. He's my hero, and wanted to write songs about it, and then increased racism, God forbid, all over the country. And then one day, 2 weeks before he has to release, that Jewish guy has to release a new album or a new movie, that Jewish actor, he says, oh, you know what? He posts something in Latin or in Greek. I'm sorry to all my Christian brothers, to all my black brothers and sisters. What I'm trying to say is that Kanye West's apology is ridiculous. It's ridiculous because it's meaningless, because it's
Pretty much. It's meaningless. All this Kanye doesn't have any sense. Basically, he disrespected them. Okay? He thinks they're stupid, yet he forgets they write his checks. I don't know what's not processing in his brain. Okay? They write his checks, and you decide it's a good idea to put it in a language that nobody understands but them. Not to mention the fact of the matter is that these people want everyone to know that you have apologized. If you offended a demographic of people, then you must apologize, not just to them, but the public as a whole. This is common sense. It's not rocket science I'm saying here. It really isn't. But he is right, though. He has no friends. Because if he had friends, they would tell him, Kanye, sit down. They would tell Kanye, what are you doing with that mask on your face? Take that off. Take that off right now, Kanye. Nick Fuentes seeing him there looking a fool, and he is not saying anything. He has no friends. He is right about that. Gavin, I bet, didn't even say, look, you need to take this off. Take off that mask. Do I believe he was drugged by his personal fitness trainer who does have ties to the military? Yes. Okay. I'm going to say yes, because the way he is acting, completely foolish. And anybody thinking that he is somebody to rally behind is completely foolish. Period. There are plenty of black people that are qualified leaders that could help in the struggle for blacks to rally and fight white supremacy within mental, sane reason. But the problem is Kanye West appeals to street blacks. Blacks who want to smoke weed, blacks who believe in polygamy, blacks who want to fight white supremacy, but don't want to give up the nice, sweet trinkets of white supremacy, the crack of white supremacy, the hip-hop music, the twerking, the feminism, the alphabet culture, the drug culture. And you will see some blacks from the streets be like, well, the CIA, the white man put the drugs in the neighborhood. Who told you to pick it up and start selling it? Who told you to do that? Nobody put a gun to your head to sell it. It was hard times. That's a lie. Some of you have racked up felonies that make you no good to the work sector. So now you think in your mind you have to do that. Many of you will come up with excuses. That's the white man working a 9 to 5. Letting social media brainwash you, letting hip hop brainwash you. Some of you even know the truth that the CIA, okay, had a plan to use some of these artists to brainwash the youth to fill these private prisons. Even Ice Cube talked about the private prisons are owned by the people who run the record labels. But in order to fight white supremacy, you're going to have to start boycotting these record labels. Stop buying their stuff. Stop dressing like hoochie mamas. Stop promoting OnlyFans. Stop promoting feminism. But that's too hard to do because that's a real fight. Promote family. No more polygamy. Because you guys are doing it wrong. Polygamy, the man has to have resources in order to have a polygamous relationship. I'm even against polygamy, period, because it just destroys the home and hurts the children. Okay. You're going to have to fight, but a lot of black people don't want to do that because it's fun being the master's bedwench or boy because you get these little trinkets. Let's see what Nick Fuentes got to say. Second.
Black pill for all of us to swallow tonight. Not exactly surprising.
Of course it's not surprising because that's how he makes his money, Nick Fuentes. You know about this. You know this is how he makes his money. And you didn't care because you got somebody on your side. A nice pet on your side. But nobody's seeing this. Nobody, black content creators, I don't know, maybe I'm the only one seeing that something's wrong with Kanye West. How are you going to make a white supremacist your friend and you're black? I don't know how that works. I really don't. Then try to think that Hitler was a good guy when Hitler had blacks dying in the concentration camps. Hitler was oppressing blacks. Look up the Reinhard bastards. All those mixed kids from black soldiers, American soldiers, left behind, and how they were treated. I remember when Kanye West was speaking that foolishness about I love Hitler and Hitler was good, and Hitler, what else he said? Yeah, he wanted to make his 2018 Donda album. He wanted to title it Hitler, but he couldn't do that. Okay. You had blacks siding with him. They don't know history. They don't know the fact that this same Hitler used to take people's skin and turn it into tank grease. They used to make furniture out of human skin. Yet you think this guy is somebody you think Hitler's a man, listen. A lot of you guys want to be goofy. This goofiness is going to cost you your lives one day. That's the thing. And these white supremacists, like Nick Fuentes, are waiting for the day when they could have a chance to hang black people, extinguish black people, and eat black people. They used to eat black people. And you guys are just too dumb to see it.
Disappointing, but not really a surprise. Our featured story tonight, we're talking about Ye formerly a presidential candidate in this election, who has officially apologized to the Jews. And last night at midnight on Christmas, Ye officially and formally apologized to the Jews in Hebrew for a so-called anti-Semitic outburst in which he praised Hitler. And we don't know if we're talking about the outburst last week or if it was about what happened last year. But it doesn't really make a difference. He apologized, and it's so over. It's a total capitulation. I never thought I would see it.
Of course, that clip brought to us, to the world, by not just Nick Fuentes, but brought to our attention by Right Wing Watch. They do fantastic work.
I don't know what else to say, man, because black people are on the verge of political extinction and other types of extinction if they don't wake up. I will say that about Amazing Lucas. Shout out to Amazing Lucas. Yeah, he's right. Black people are going to be politically extinct, and you running behind clowns like Kanye West is just going to make it even worse. Okay? Is increasing your extinction level politically, and will be literally as the years go by. All right? You have no strong backbone blacks in the Democratic Party, and you definitely don't have no strong backbone blacks in the Republican Party. You better start waking up. You better start stocking up on food, water, and protection, because you don't really have any allies. You better start making allies for yourselves. Okay? That's what you need to start doing. Because the way I see it, blacks have already lost the race war and will continue to keep losing. As a majority, the few that are woken up, they understand and what they have to do to survive. I ain't talking about going off and attacking white people. I'm just saying protect your families, protect your homes, protect your loved ones, try to make friends with people that are like-minded as you. Because many blacks want to try and look to these celebrities and entertainers as their freedom fighters or their heroes and stuff. And they are not. They are slaves to the elite and will continue to be slaves because they don't see themselves doing anything else. Kanye West wants to be with the establishment that is breaking the country. He doesn't want to be against them. All right. That's all I got for now. Anything you want to know about this channel is in the description box. If you feel like hitting the Cash App, feel free to hit the Cash App. Other than that, that's about it. Peace.